Yep. Yeah, yeah. They need to play our game, and oh, they will love this. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. See, when you take the tempo out of this deck, it just sucks. It does absolutely nothing. Oh my god, it's my birthday. Oh, I already can feel the win. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today's deck is absolutely special. This will make every red deck absolutely rage quit. You will see it in the video, it will be hilarious. Like, you can clearly tell, when they see this, they just don't want to play anymore. And for a very good reason. Not only 4 high noons, which means that if you drop this on turn 2, their whole deck doesn't work anymore and they basically can scoop. So that's a hard counter to every aggro deck. However, there's more. Unions, Elspeth, Beza, Cease and Desist, Virtue, and Kaya. This is our life gain in this deck, and the rest is sweepers. So, man, we can absolutely destroy every creature, sweep every board, and just make them work for this board for like 3-4 turns before we finally sweep it, and they are just absolutely hopeless. So the deck is super fun to play. Aggro, like, I had really nice results with this one, and you know, this deck is just so fun to play because you drop this high noon, you live gain, and your opponent is like, oh, you were prepared, and you are like, yep, it's specially for you, and you know how the game will end. So really hope that you will enjoy it as much as I did, and let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent goes first, and you know what? I think we should be fine. We have some decent removal here, and yeah, we definitely need more land, so Demolition Field is a nice one. Alright, do I want... yeah, we definitely want to threaten, go for the throat and get lost at the end step. We can skip turn 3. Alright, let's go. We don't need more lands. I'll be honest, Liliana can be super amazing here. Alright, let's see what our opponent is cooking. And that's why we took Liliana. Oh boy. Oh boy, they won't like what they're seeing. Let's go with Demolition Field first. I mean, this is a pretty good play. Instant 2-for-1. And we can start attacking their hand, but to be absolutely honest, there are no cards that I want to discard. I like my hand. And with Fountainport, we are winning the value game. That's absolutely fine. So normally I don't love this kind of situation when, you know, our Planeswalker gets instantly removed. But here we traded, look, 2 cards, 1 card. That's the difference. Alright, so I could kill this, but they will just take Forest. So I don't think it's a big deal. I could try to go, you know, for Virtue. They have green, so there is a chance they can remove Virtue. Yep. As expected, some shelly business. However, so if I draw a land here, I can play Beza and draw a card. So we will try. I'm not sure if we can, but hopefully we can. Well, a tap land. Wait, that's enough. We actually only need tap land. This is great. So we go Beza. Can I paint myself? No. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So we draw card, right? Our opponent is tapped, so he cannot prevent it. And we just cycled the value. Well, and now we have a 4-5 that they need to answer. They probably can, but then we go Elspeth. And I'm not sure how many bitter triumphs they play, but probably not too many. I could just kill it. Let's see the card. Let's see the card. Oh, this is an interesting one. So we could attack. If they block, it's Virtue. I could also get lost this and go Elspeth and buff Beza, so it's super threatening, and then we force a removal. I really like this play. I think it's good. Also, we instantly get a lot of value. This also has flying, so any blockers won't do. And we still keep the Planeswalker, so suddenly our opponent needs to answer 2 threats on 4 or 5 mana. And I think we're, you know, overwhelming him a little bit. And then we can start attacking with Virtue. Perfect. The flying didn't go super well. Oh, not the absolute butt of doom. It's Virtue, right? It has to be Virtue. Alright, I mean, our opponent has only 4 mana and he just got rid of the two problems. What can I say? Just good play. Do we start for invocation this? I think we do. We could also Beza, but we only draw card. I want more. I want more. We don't really get too much value with Fountainport, but we are trying to, you know, go for the value. This threatens Virtue of Persistence and also a removal, so our opponent... Please stop! What's wrong with those bats? Like, shouldn't they be like every like 12 cards, not like all of them in top 11? Oh my god. Definitely good for our opponent. What can we say? I think I will cycle. If they like the card, we'll probably Demolition Field this, just to, you know, mess with them a little bit. I don't think we need the Desist here, so we will just cycle. I mean, listen, I'm scared by the bat. It's not the right choice, but we are still going with it. And I'm the player. I want my cards. I want them to be cool. Oh, it's something. It is something. We will go with Beza, right? We get a card, which is already decent. Alright. And I really like this. So if they don't take the land, if they don't shuffle the library, they are losing land. And that's something they cannot afford. So they kinda need to draw again a good card from the top. Let's go maybe with a swamp. Alright, so what do we go for? I think we just keep passing. Every creature we'll make is pretty good. And they will probably attack Elspeth with the bat, kill Beza. That's kinda what I'm expecting. With double Fountainport we can do a lot of extra value. Alright, double Virtue. Well, must be nice. Alright, but we are killing this. And I think we have 9 mana. Which means we are getting the value first. 3, 6, yep. Listen, now you cannot bat this. Now we are fighting. And we also get some nice lightning. So, you know, this is a pretty decent board. And in 2 turns we can -2 again. We have Fortress, we have Virtue. Our opponent needs to remove... Like, this can kill enchantment, right? So they have answers, but probably not in the deck. So their idea is to go for their Virtue and try to race us. I don't think it will work. Is that a bat or Shelly? I also like Beza, right? Because we are drawing cards. Listen, I like my cards. We have so many answers that if we can get extra cards, it should be enough. Alright, sure. Alright, do we charge with the Fortress or we start drawing extra cards and go for the value? I think this is the play. Like, this is so much damage, man. And it will be way more on the next turn. I think we can kill them on the next turn. Don't forget we can make a fish. We can probably double Fortress and -2 Elspeth. This will be so much damage. Well, it's fine. That means they cannot play their stuff, and I already got the value. Yeah, I think we're winning this. They're really low on answers. Stop touching your graveyard, please. Alright. Well, definitely good for them. Do we want to draw a card or make a fish? Well, I will draw a card. And that's why the tokens are so cool in this deck. This was one of the interactions. I think they will go for Beza or Virtue. I wonder which one. We also have another Cease and Desist, so we actually have answers to this. We also have Get Lost. However, we are not sure if we can draw it. I honestly think we'll just go super aggro and start activating double Fortress, and we'll -2 them. So this will be 5, 8 damage, so potential lethal. If we... this is actually a very good draw. They are fully tapped, so this is 4 and 4. We can activate both of them. And here we go. We go for -2 because that's more damage on this turn. And we can play this one. Listen, that's a lot of damage. And that means if they play Virtue without removal, they die. I'm a little bit scared that they will go Virtue into Cut Down or something, but it cannot hit our small fortress, or our huge fortress, sorry. It can kill the other one, and this is only what? Well, this is 5 damage. And it's still flying. It's not a creature, it's a flying fortress land. Well, that's something. And this is how we get them into this pickle. Their plan was to kill our Virtue, sweep the board, and play theirs. So now they're waiting with removal when we activate this. Something we're not going to do. If they don't play this, we don't need to do anything here. I could activate one of the fortress. We could do it, but they don't have good instants. So what we will do is just double fish. They're at 5, so that means fish is basically close to lethal. One life, alright, scrap that, that's 6. And that's their problem, they can never tap because they die. Until end of the game, by the way. I like games like this, you can clearly just, you know, crush them from different directions and you know at some point they will fizzle. And let's go for this one. Oh, we are at 32 life? I mean, why not? Oh man, this is huge. Alright, so we are going for this one, because we expect this to die. Demolition Field. Another Elspeth, not tapping the Fountainports. So they already need to use removal here. Another Flying Fish Angel. Have you ever seen this one? So at most they have double removal. So we go for the small one, right? And we can still go for the big one. This should be enough to force them to react. And we are keeping the deadly one for later. Alright. Our opponent needs to remove, I think, 1 or 2 creatures just to stay alive. And it seems that they cannot. If they allow this trigger... Oh man, that was a really cool game. I think we did perfectly. Like, they were this close to winning the game because they answered our Virtue, they swept the board, and they wanted to play their Virtue that we don't have answers to. But we pressured them so hard they could never do it. Alright, we're going first. Man, going first with Beza is amazing because you know that you will hit 4-drop very easily and you probably redraw. So you will get your advantage. Let's go with Fortress. They are both tapped and right now we don't know the matchup. So we don't know if we want more removal, more Eclipse or what. White. I still don't know what's up. We have Kaya, so we can go above 4. If not Kaya, I would really consider if we want this card. Alright. Oh, this will hurt us, huh? This will really hurt. However, if they have a lot of creatures, we get extremely good Beza, right? I really hope they will get a board that gets super eclipsed. Attacks. It has to attack, that's super important. Both are... Please don't play creature. Oh my god, it's my birthday. Oh, I already can feel the win. Alright, our 1 of 2 red mana. And let's go like this. We get good value with Beza, but I'm not risking it, alright? 2 for 1 for Eclipse against this deck is already good enough. Like, we're aiming this at Boros and red decks. That have super low toughness. This one actually can scale super hard. See, with this we would kill absolutely nothing. 2 creatures, sure. That means Beza is getting better, but we won't draw the card and for... Oh my god, why do I have so much life? That's so bad. Oh no. So I can play Beza just as a blocker. I mean, we are getting the extra stuff, you know what? Let's not be greedy. This should be okay. We get blockers, we get a good creature that blocks everything. They probably will try to pump this above 5/5 and attack only with this. The scry is not amazing. sure. It's a 1-drop. It can be a 4-3. Why do we have 1 mana 4-3s? It's a little bit above the power curve, you know? Alright. Oh, those, both of them are pretty problematic. Alright, we will have to do some serious work here. But don't forget, we have Go for the Throat. That will mess their stat line super. It's you. Why is it always you? It was so good until now. Alright, we have triple black mana. I don't want to discard anything. If we minus, they go for the Warren Guard. I'm highlighting the other one so they don't see the easy target, because they should go for this one. I can get rid of this. And he can draw the card, that's so huge. Oh man, this is brutal. I could sacrifice Beza. Sorry bro, I really need to think, like, this is so important.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
This is pretty crazy, but I think we have to go for this. Oh man, I'm not loving this play. We cannot be aggressive, so we keep Beza to keep them in check, and we use Go for the Throat against probably the quest caller. Just please don't draw the rabbit. They drew 2 rabbits in 1 card. Man, they are so good at this game. Oh man, I think with this we are losing. Like, I will try, but man, drawing 2 cards with a single 1-drop, it's crazy. Man, the aggro cards are so busted right now. Man, this is a natural card draw on 1-drop. Like, crazy. By the way, they got 7/6 into creatures with 1-drop. That's pretty decent. In my times, 1 mana was a 2/1, and that was legendary dog, alright? Or hound to be exact. And this is a very interesting attack. Alright. Fair, fair. So we have to use Kai on the next turn. If I kill the token, they already attacked while they had the token, right? So it's 2/1 anyway. Man, this was so painful. It also has abilities. Yep, it's still not good enough for 1-drop. I'm not even reading it. Just show me. Oh my god, this is crazy. Alright, I'm salty after this draw. The amount of value they got with this single card is insane. And this is probably the only top deck that could beat this. Like, no joke. So do I get Beza for a random card? That means I have to sacrifice Kaya. So I don't think we go for it. Man, that's crazy. To be honest, I lost the game. This is the only way I can try to win the game anyway. So the plan is to kill the board, and I think with this draw we won. 4 damage acquired. We could gift a card, but we're not getting too much value with this. We just want to keep the board clear, and that's good enough. And we cannot go... So Liliana has 2 removal spells, because they don't have haste. Now they need to draw 3 creatures in a row just to, you know, make any difference. Or they can be good and just draw 2 cards in 1. Man, it's crazy. It's also crazy that every turn I'm drawing a sweeper against their insane 1-drops. Man, the amount of value 1-drops provide is... I just... Alright, sure. Land from the top, please. Alright, alright. I wanted a different one. So of course we go for this. We use the map tokens that our opponent gave us. And we try to ramp some extra value. Alright, that's fine. Man, we will win this, but that was the most painful win of my life. Man, why every card they draw is like 3 cards in 1? Oh my god, this is crazy. So that means we have to play Elspeth. And it's kinda hilarious because every turn he plays something super scary, and every turn I'm drawing one of the perfect answers. I just need to draw a non-land. It's a land. Well, that's worse, but I think we can absolutely do it. Evangelist. Alright, no, man, look at this. Since 3 turns, he's drawing 2 cards in every card he's playing. This is 3 cards, this is 2 cards, and this is 2 cards. He drew like 7 creatures in 3 draws. Oh my god. If I'm too salty, I'm sorry, but I'm just amazed how powerful the aggro cards are. Alright, so what do we go for? We have to go for Kaya here, right? She will have 3 loyalty. Yeah, that should be good enough. Demolition Field is not very good, but let's keep some surprise factor for our opponent. And I think with Kaya, as usual, we will win, because she will create 2 creatures. Now we can steal the aggro cards, so you know that we cannot be outvalued. Like the aggro cards like this, man, infinite power. And that should be the scoop, right? They cannot attack. There's no way they will draw an answer. And hexproof means that even a Get Lost isn't good enough. And Get Lost will give us map tokens for the tokens. So even the best draw that answers Planeswalker, that of course they got from the top. Well, I'm pretty happy that Kaya has hexproof. Man, this guy drew such insane value on 5 cards that it's crazy. And fortunately we're, you know, good enough to match this value, but it's still way over the top. So do we give them the scry? I mean, yeah, if we draw cards, we're winning. I could also -3, but they have such a bad creature that I didn't even want to waste Kaya. But as you can see, if not Kaya, if not double sweeper, I think we would actually really lose this. Up the beanstalk, alright. I think Sist and Desist can actually be super nice here. I kinda wanted to draw cards with it. Alright, High Noon. This game will be different than what our opponent expected. The problem is that I will have to cycle it, I think, because I won't hit a land. This is really awkward. I'm the player, please give me a land. I was a good boy. I made a deck, I played it. Thank you, see? You need to be a good boy and Shuffler will award you a good curve. Sometimes. Sometimes. Oh, they don't like High Noon, but to their demise we have another. Okay. What? Why would you do it if we can just replay it? And I mean, I like my fish. I think they have a counter spell. Nothing else makes sense. Alright, maybe they just like bouncing things. And okay, it's fine. So let's sit. Our opponent is mana screwed, so are we. So we are both. Alright, I really like the fish, honestly. Eclipse. So I think our opponent's plan is to make us discard cards, but we don't care, we have so much removal. They got the land? Man, if we are not getting a land, they actually are ahead. Ah, we got it. They're still good at magic. So, I think we attack first. Oh boy. So they have something, but I think it's a whale? Yep, it's a whale. Because they had no priority before. We can kill this, which means they don't get the whale part. Do I care about the whale part? No, I really want a planeswalker. Fish should go to top, because I like my fish, alright? 1 damage acquired. However, now they need to answer Elspeth. I think they probably can, maybe, but she is threatening. And she is problematic because our opponent doesn't have too much time, especially that we are both basically struggling to hit our lands. So every time one of us misses lands, he's like getting hit by like huge downgrade in power of the deck. And then we keep replaying High Noons. Yeah, with Bitter Triumph we should be able to get there. I could try attacking their lands, but if I hit this, they will just take the mountain. If I hit this, they will just take, you know, something blue. Alright, alright. I mean, let's start with this. Let's start with this. Alright, we attack first. I mean, look at this armor, like, it's actually no joke. They will have to play a sweeper soon. And every time they tap, we -2 something. Alright, we go with High Noon. Literally because our opponent doesn't like it. Like, I have no other reasoning. If he doesn't like this card, if he bounces it every time, I will just keep playing it. I love it. This is actually really good. As long as they keep, answering this, man. Yeah, so normally if Elspeth wasn't here, they would just keep playing because we cannot kill them. But with Elspeth, they know they are falling so behind that if they don't draw a land, man, we also didn't draw a land, but we had 4 and that's enough for Elspeth. So we are both struggling, but we had a Planeswalker. Alright, we're going first, and man, I have a good feeling about this one. Let's start with the Fortress, because I'm not really sure what I want. Probably untap land, right? Because on turn 2 I need to play Caves, to play High Noon, and then on turn 3 I cannot sweep. And you know that you want to sweep. However, let's show our opponent the business. Hello. Oh, your whole deck doesn't work, huh? Huh? Oh, they don't like High Noon. They can already scoop, by the way. Well. So, what is the play here? Let's go for the second. Alright, so they have buff spells. If we go for Eclipse, what happens? They will target with Monstrous Rage. That means we cannot do it. Let's go for the Virtue. They will probably wait until the end step to buff this one. Can they buff it above 3 toughness? I really don't think so, unless it's Felonious Rage. They can get it to 3-3, that's why we didn't go for the Eclipse. If they tap fully... Alright, Swift Spear, that's end of the turn. Alright. Oh, this is a nice draw. Beza is amazing here. Absolutely, I will take it. They can save one of the creatures. Only one of them. I don't have red mana, but do I want to cast this? Yes, because then we have less cards for Beza. And when we draw red mana, we can, we don't need to waste the turn to cast it. Right now with High Noon in the play, playing cards is a resource, so you need to maximize using it. Like if you played StarCraft, it's the same as Larva. You get the free resource. I think we go with the Union on their turn. So my gameplay is just to try to force them to tap out. The moment they cannot play their buff spell, perfect. See, this is exactly what we wanted. And that means an absolute full sweep. Man, when they cannot overwhelm you by playing 3 spells a turn, their decisions are not amazing. This will be like 7 or 8 damage. So quite a lot, but it won't be enough. And we don't get hit by anything. Oh, it's just a mouse, right? It has trample. You know what, let's go for this one, because we know that that's basically everything for the turn. Yep. Yeah. They need to play our game, and oh, they will love this. Thank you, my friend. See, when you take the temp out of this deck, it just sucks. It does absolutely nothing. Oh, they make 2 mana. 2-2. That's cute. So we could kill it. If I play Beza, what happens? I don't really get too much value. So I think we'll wait, because we are winning. Oh, our opponent doesn't seem to be enjoying the game. See, this is what happens if you play High Noon against aggro players. They absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. They are so boiling inside, they will actually rage quit. If you wait 10 seconds, they just cannot stand playing the game. Alright guys, I hope you had as much fun as I had, especially on the last game. And we will try to wrap the outro, pretty quick, because it's kinda late when I'm recording and I need to go sleep. However, first things first, thank you for all the Patreon members for, allowing me to torment some mono-red players on the ladder. I mean, this is a holy cause, all right? Like, I think we can all sign to this. So, what about the deck? I honestly really liked it. With all the life gain that you have actually so easy time stabilizing that it's crazy. You have so much removal. Like, the only question is how many Eclipse you want and how many Starfall invocations you want. To be absolutely honest, if we didn't draw this in some of the situations, especially against rabbits, like we would lose. So maybe we need to amp, especially the full sweeper, because in the early game I think we are okay, especially with high noons. With Eclipse we should be okay. Like we have so much 2 mana removal, and especially, by the way, it's not a combo, but it's basically a combo. High noon into Liliana, because you know they cannot play 2 spells in one turn. That means at the best case they will have 1 creature, and Liliana is just perfect at killing 1 creature a turn. So you know, it's a small combo that will win you so many games, it's crazy. We also have, you know, this Kaya as the top end. She is absolutely devastating. I told you with the last video that we need to use her more, and we are. Like, I usually use 1 Kaya, but she's so good that I kinda want to make sure that I draw her in every game in, like, you know, first 10-15 turns, so I know that you know, she will end the game. Seize and Desist is honestly one of my favorite cards. I use it especially to go for, you know, all those Boros token decks and the synthesizer decks, because if not this card, we kinda don't have answers. So I decided, well, I need to add the answer. I was thinking the Stroke of Midnight or whatever it's called, but it's just 1 removal for 1 card. It doesn't solve the problem. But look at this. Orzhov mana. Just ignore green. It's it's black cards for 2 mana and it's white cards for 6 mana. And the best part, it's like pest control. If you don't like it for the matchup, you just cycle it. But contrary to the pest control, you gain life. So you actually have the upside. And you can exile cards which, against, for example, reanimator decks, this will win you the game. Straight up, they will try to reanimate Atraxa and you just exile her, and their whole plan fizzled. They don't have any spells. They have probably like 2 cards in the end and they're out. Just for 2 mana, and you didn't invest even a card. So I honestly really like the card. It's uncommon, so you can craft it, you can check it for yourself, and I think you will like it. So the deck is fun, enjoyable. Oh, and win rate. Like, I played 4 games and I won 4 games. We went 4-0, so it's actually 100% win rate. Of course, the sample is small, and to be absolutely honest, one of the games was lost if I didn't top deck Starfall Invocation. So, you know, it could be a 3-1, but it was 4-0. So yeah, I hope it will be the same for you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great fun, and I think we'll make more decks like this. I really had a great fun. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. You are absolutely awesome, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in every single day. Like, you are the true hero of this channel. So thank you, and see you guys tomorrow.